Nurgül is the head of global marketing communication and brand of Epiroc Digital Solutions. Epiroc is a vital part of a sustainable society and a global productivity partner for mining and infrastructure customers. Hi, Nurgül.
Hello, Tiffany. Nice to be in this call with you.
Thank you so much for coming on the call. First of all, Nurgül, share with us, what is your career story?
Yes, my curiosity. I would like to start with my background, actually. I moved to Stockholm in 2000, which is quite a long time ago, and I have a quite an international background. I'm born in France, and then I moved with my parents back to Turkey after 13 years of spending time and studying in France, and then I lived in Istanbul in Turkey for 13 years before I moved to Stockholm. And when I moved to Stockholm, actually, I couldn't even speak English or Swedish, which was quite challenging for me. So I started to learn the language to start with before, I could even apply for any job, to be honest. And I started to learn both Swedish and English at the same time. And then also started to search for a job. And I could, enter after 2 years of education, etc. I could start at Michelin, which is an international company, French company. I had the big advantage speaking French to start with in 2002. And I stayed there over 15 years doing different type of jobs, from forecast management to business analyst, marketing intelligence, and I ended up to being a marketing manager for agricultural tires. After 15 years, I felt that no, I would like to try something else. I would like to, work for a big global international Swedish company. And Atlas Copco was on the way. So I tried to, enter the company. I started as a project manager within Atlas Copco. And after a while, they were happy. I was happy. Then I stayed and took the responsibility of marketing communication, driving many activities, actually, within the big division we call the motor vehicle industry division. Pretty focused on the automotive industry back then, until last May 2022, when I moved to Epiroc, taking a new role.
Super exciting. Yeah, I wanted to take you back a year ago when our first time we spoke, our first conversation. How did you feel back then?
Yes, 1 year ago, I felt very stuck. Okay, I was working at Atlas Copco. It was, 6 years. I've been doing a lot of activities, but I couldn't see a light on my next step. So I felt really, really stuck on there. And I couldn't, increase my salary much either, which was making me unhappy too. When I was considering the level in the market.
Yeah.
So, no, very unhappy, I would say.
How did that feeling impact your day to day?
I was starting to be very demotivated, and I didn't understand because I was doing all the step that you do. You're normally, I was taking courses, I was trying to do self-development, I was taking on all the new projects. I was trying to show myself, but nobody could see me.
Yeah. How did you feel?
Very unvalued, I would say.
Yeah.
And I was questioning, does the company, really wants to work with me, or am I worth anything? And now it was, starting to hit my self-confidence as well.
I remember that conversation where you actually start to question your own value and your own worth.
Yeah. So that was a bit where I was 1 year ago.
I see. So which result do you feel most proud of us working together?
Oh, the best result is that, I couldn't even think about that before, but I got a new job and I could really increase my income with 50% on a monthly basis. For me, that was one of my goals in my vision, and we accomplished that. It's one step, on the right direction, which I'm super happy about.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. Like for everyone who is listening, that's 50%, 50%. It's super impressive as a career change. How did you feel when you got that offer?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, actually. It was like, oh my God, it's really right. I'm doing the right thing. Are they serious or so? Something like that. Until, I was really signing the contract.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
it can be
fantastic.
done. I think it was, it was the right thing to do. And I think I'm super happy to have taken that decision. And those, working together with you helped me a lot.
I know you have one more big result you achieved, which is not really career-wise, but life-wise. Can you share with us?
Sure. Actually, in my vision board, do you remember? And right today, I'm living in a house, and my dream was to live in a, apartment with a sea view and so on, like, you would dream of. And actually, it is becoming true very soon, which I'm super excited to. We just bought a flat, and we will have a very nice sea view and looking over the Djurgården, which we call in Stockholm, which is a very nice place. I'm super happy about that.
Can you share with about the timing? Like you said, you reached the 50% salary increase and a new position. How long did you achieve that after we worked together?
Yeah, I think we started like, I don't remember, September, October, and then I got my new job end of around the mid-December.
Yes, 2 months. And
Two
what
months.
about the sea view, the ocean view apartment? How long does that take for you to achieve it?
Yeah, so we bought that in September, so less than a year,
Less than a year.
I would say.
I remember when you write it down, it seemed so far away when you talk about it. First time we talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Then it was a real dream. I mean, it was like, okay, if we find it's a really dream. But when you put it in a paper, I think it comes with the positive and energy to you.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's super inspiring of not only achieving the career milestone, but the life milestone as well. Can you talk about your three biggest takeaway from the 1% Academy program and our coaching together?
Yeah, three biggest takeaways. I think the first one, which was a wow moment for me, was about, my limiting belief. You never, think that way. So for me, it was really, wow, I'm limiting myself actually. Yeah. So this is a big takeaway for me.
What was your limiting belief at that time?
It was, back to this value thing. It was like, okay, nobody wants to listen to me when I'm entering a meeting, when I'm speaking, nobody wants to give me, the word. It was like I was always, trying to find excuse or not excuse, but a reason to myself. And, with the way that you helped me approach those meetings or whatever activities they are, it's you change your mind, you think differently when you are entering a meeting or discussion or any activities, and it really changes you how you see it. You totally see differently all the people that are in the room. Actually, that's good, powerful.
Exactly. Yeah. And what is your second takeaway?
So my second takeaway, I would say that it is, even before you start, because you imagine yourself in, you are aiming for the next position. I was never considering to act as I was in that position before. That is also something that was really a aha moment for me, when you think that you are already in that position and then you act as is, even without being or taking the next level position, it makes a big difference,
Yeah.
both on the way that you act, you interact with people, on your everyday life, actually. And that was a big aha moment for me.
How did you apply it in your day-to-day?
You start if you have a team or not, you start to prioritize, you start to rethink a bit the way that you are approaching, whether it's people or you think, okay, because you look on the people that, for example, if you want to be a VP, you look the people that are VP and you be like you pretend to be a VP and do the same actions, which increase your self-confidence and also your interaction, and also present yourself in the eyes of higher management or other people in the same way.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
had very sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I had really, when we started to work together and I did start to apply the way of working like this, I had a lot of, people recognizing the change, because people see the change. And also, especially from the HR as well, they were like, okay, wow, now Nurgül is different. Like,
I mean, that's super transformational for myself, and which is why I put it in the program. That is, you act from your future self. It is not just about pretend. It's not just about you fake it until make it. It's more about put yourself in the future identity of who you want to become, to come back and solve today's problem, and to present yourself, communicate in that identity. Because then, in that case, you will filter a lot of things that you were not seeing before. You will filter a lot of opportunities you didn't pay attention to before. How does that work with you? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It worked very well, I think. Yeah, this is how, I could even the door that, I could see the difference with people in their reaction. And that makes me, that increase definitely your self-confidence for sure.
Yeah. Do you have the last takeaway to share with us?
Yes, and the last takeaway, this is just, a way of changing your mindset, which I appreciate a lot, the whole program. And, you will always have a next step, next move to take. Yeah. And you will always develop, but you will not start from, the way that you was from before. You will always start from a next step to reach the other next step that you wish to accomplish. And this is a change of mindset. You basically become a bigger of yourself each time that you take those actions. And this I really like. The thinking of it, I really like.
Absolutely. I mean, Nurgül, you're a super competent person. We know that. And I also worked in Atlas Copco. You have a great reputation, but for some reason, you are not able to progress in the career ladder and as well in the income level. So that was the key thing, right? It's not because of your performance. Your performance was stellar. You had great performance reviews, right? You have, support from your manager to run whatever project that you believe in. These are not these are the things you are not struggling with. These are the things you just do it with eyes closed.
Definitely. No, that person, I was just missing one piece that didn't contribute to be able to continue there. No, and no, a good move.
Yes. And what would you tell somebody who is considering joining the program?
I would say don't hesitate at all. I mean, this is a lifelong experience that and support that you will get, through the program. I believe that it was worth, for me definitely, and to have you as a coach and knowing that I will have access to you long time. That makes me very comfortable, and I like it. Definitely, it contributed a lot and will continue to contribute as well going forward, for sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely a great pleasure to have you in the program. And as you mentioned, the program comes with a lifetime access. And you not only in the program achieve just the very next goal, but you achieve much longer version of yourself. And it could be now you have reached one little milestone of your career. Then we have the next thing and next step, the future to work with together. So it's not just a program that we reach the immediate next step, but many more steps in front of you. So thank you and very much, Nurgül. Is there anything you want to add on before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would like to thank you because you are very open and guide. We give very exactly what we need to have in each calls, which I appreciate a lot. It's very easy to work with you, and I like it a lot. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Nurgül. And for anyone who is watching or listening, if you want to join the 1% Academy program and apply for it in the link below, I will have a strategy call with you to start with and see if we're a good fit. Thank you for watching.